All right, good morning, everybody. It is 18th of February, and we're going to hop right into the stocks here. As I said yesterday, Bitcoin hitting 50K was great. It really helped all the Bitcoin plays run. If Bitcoin stays strong today, I imagine these same stocks will probably stay strong. They came out a little bit late in the day. That's okay. We were there for it. I nailed quite a few of those plays yesterday. Didn't get as much size as I wanted. The panics yesterday on some of these plays were not as ideal, unfortunately. But you know what? It is okay. We're gonna survive. Again, in trading, a lot of times the lessons you learn and the losses you take really help you improve the following day and not make the same mistakes. And that was definitely true with today. I mean, if you guys remember a couple watch lists ago, MJNA, when the marijuana stocks all kind of came crashing down, those bounces really didn't do much. So with that in mind, you learned you got to wait for later bounce in the afternoon. There's more selling pressure in the market right now. And that was definitely true yesterday. And TSMP, we'll start with TSMP. This was on my top watch. As you can tell, it's been offering some very good bounce opportunities. And this is why I say stocks rhyme, but they don't repeat, right? And this is what I mean. Like, on this day, it had a panic in the morning, very slow panic, but it didn't come to the afternoon, right? So that's usually a little bit later in the day for panics to happen. Again, it didn't come down until 10:46 yesterday, 2 days ago, before it had its bounce. And then yesterday, it had a panic right out the open, right? So it's rhyming, not mirroring, but it's rhyming. But again, the panic was choppy. So you can see here, it came down. It tried to bounce. It got stuffed, and then it came down again. Now, I thought, mistakenly, that this was the bounce, and it wasn't. Luckily, I was able to get out for, I think, $1 loss on this. So nothing substantial. And then this was the real panic. I didn't get filled down here while this was happening. I think I was watching AABB. Yeah, I was watching AABB when TSMP was doing this right here. So I was kind of more focused on this. I thought this was having a bit more of a better panic, and it's a bit lower price, so I was trying to get a better percent gain from that. So I ended up playing the bounce on AABB instead of TSMP. But as you can tell, the bounce was great. Nice and slow ramp up, very easy to play if you had been patient on the bounce. And that's why it's so important to really be careful with your entries and really just take the time to get good entries, because as a trader, a lot of stuff you do is psychological. And if you tire yourself out mentally playing this bounce, getting washed out, playing this bounce, getting washed out, by the time this third bounce comes, you're probably going to be so mentally drained from taking these little small paper cuts, you might not even take the full size here. Or you might miss a trade altogether because you've just been getting chopped the entire time. So it's really important that you keep, you keep your head straight when you're playing these things. Also, a good thing to keep in mind when playing these bounces, I don't know why the VWAP's not showing up here for me, is when something is panicking, is you want to keep in mind where the VWAP level is. And for some reason, I can't see it on here. But if you notice that the VWAP level is really close to where you're buying a panic, it doesn't have a lot of range to bounce into. So try to always buy a stock, like I always try to say, that's down quite a bit, has like 15 to 20% of a dump, and then also is a little bit away from VWAP. That way you know that it's a little bit oversold and it actually has some range to come back to. That's the biggest thing. That's what makes these plays work, is the range. AABB, Bitcoin play. Bitcoin's hot, so this will stay on my watch list until Bitcoin dies. Great panic yesterday. I actually tried to play this morning spike. Didn't get filled, unfortunately. I was a little butthurt about it. That was like a 40% spike, and I just watched it go without me. I was really upset. Yep, 40%. I tried to put some heavy size on this. I saw the bid stacking up in the morning, and I just couldn't get into it. So that's unfortunate. E-Trade's been having some problems in the mornings. It is what it is. I did play this bounce, made about $200 on the bounce, and then it was choppy all day. I did play, this is a little frustrating as well. So I nailed absolutely nailed this right here. I bought this breakout, intraday breakout right here at 30 cents. I saw the volume candle coming in, and it was absolutely perfect. What this doesn't show, unfortunately, and I have a video lesson I recorded of it, is right around here. I think it was like 32 cents. About around 32 cents. I got chopped out. And it doesn't look like it on this chart. It looks very simple, but these big wicks, these big wick candles right here, the level 2 had some of the weirdest action I've seen in OTCs in a while. It literally dropped 10 cents on the bid. So this thing was going between 30 cents to 25 cents to 30 cents to 22 cents to 21 cents. It was all over the place. So when I saw that, I thought it was a little strange, and it was right above the breakout level. So I thought it could come back down. So I decided to sell it, which was a huge mistake. And it continued to ramp up. And this is a good lesson sometimes on when, if it's not super volatile and you're just kind of in afternoon trading and you're playing a bigger picture play, sometimes the level 2 can work against you. Because when I saw that level 2 action, I immediately wanted to protect my position because it looked really scary, really bad. And within minutes of selling, the level two corrected itself, and it continued to go up. So very unfortunate, but it was a good lesson for me, and hopefully a good lesson for you as well to make sure you stick to your trade plan. It'll help protect you against those level 2 turns. I was having a bit of a more frustrating trading day. Panics were a lot choppier, so I think that also played into the mental part of why I was just trying to protect my position more instead of letting it run, which I should have done. So good lesson on AABB, but I will definitely be watching this again for a panic dip buy today. It closed weak, so I would expect it might panic. We'll see how it reacts pre-market, but I'm going to go ahead and just bank on it, probably opening a little weak. If it goes up strongly, great. I'd love to see another panic like this. BTSC nailed this play. I was really proud of myself on this one just because the one pattern I'm trying to get better at and focus on, and which you all should try and do. You should all try to pick a pattern you're not as good at and focus on it and really try to improve on it. And this is one of them. I didn't play this all day. And generally, I get pretty bored, when the stock does nothing all day. But I knew Bitcoin was hot, and I knew that I need to keep this on watch. BTCS, I missed this one. I did have BTSC on my radar. So I had this on watch, and when I saw it late day, I saw all this volume starting to come in. Right here at this 1388 level, when I saw it starting to break past this intraday resistance, I immediately saw that as a buy signal. I was like, okay, this could really go. And it did. It went all the way up, so I had a nice little gain on this. I did consider holding this for a swing trade. The reason I didn't is I'm not very comfortable swing trading, especially on something that is up basically because it is related to a currency. If you know me at all, I'm not a big currency trader. I don't like currencies just because of the fluctuations they have after the markets are over. Overnight, most currencies could drop an astronomical amount of percentages. Bitcoin especially. Bitcoin, you could wake up tomorrow, Bitcoin could be worth $45,000, $30,000. You don't know. Is that likely with all the FOMO and all the hype around it? Probably not. So that being over conservative, most likely yes. But I like keeping my cash in cash. I like having it safe. And until I have, a $2 million account, I don't know if I'll feel comfortable leaving stuff to swing super hard. But this would be a good swing candidate by the books. So if you were looking to swing, this would be a great swing. If Bitcoin stays strong to the open, I would imagine this has a nice gap up and run today. I would like to see a panic, honestly. I mean, per usual, I like to see morning panics, especially on strong stocks. If this thing is going to stay strong, I would love to see it panic, because then I know that I got a good entry and can hold it for a swing or overnight, or at least get some nice movement throughout the day. And as you can tell, this is a breakout day, which is what made this play so much better, because it broke out past this this multi-month breakout level. So it's a breakout. It's the first green day of the breakout, which is fantastic. I'd love to see it continue on more, especially if Bitcoin keeps pushing higher. BTCS, it's the same thing. These are basically the same stock, damn near, except on the daily chart, this one has a lot more overhead resistance. It's a past runner. You can see it has ran pretty heavily in the past. So gonna keep this on watch really close today, especially because it's the first green day today, or yesterday was the first green day, I should say. So in my mind, that means it should probably have another leg up, especially again with Bitcoin being strong. If Bitcoin fizzles out and dies, well, then he's probably died too. APYP, this was a nice little runner yesterday. I didn't play this one. I missed this stock. It wasn't on my radar. I was watching some other plays. I was mainly stocking the Bitcoin, main Bitcoin plays. But this was a good runner, and I will be looking for a panic dip buy today. As you can tell, it had its second big green day. A lot of sign pressure came in, so I would like to see a nice little panic today to buy into. I think that'd be a good move there. OPTI. So this had news yesterday, basically saying that their profits were astronomical. I think they were 1,000% profit in a profit margin above what was expected in earnings. So it was an earnings winner. And earnings winners were nice. I haven't played earnings winners in a while. It's been a while since I've seen a stock that has had super good earnings, that has reacted really well to the news. And because that's the thing, guys, just because it does really well in earnings, it doesn't matter. It's how it reacts. And if you notice, the news came out right here at 12:06, and it only went up about 5 cents, 3 cents. And then it came right back down. So at first the news didn't seem to matter. But we got this little volume pop here, and I actually bought right here and rode it all the way up. So this is a good trade for me yesterday. But you got to be patient. Just because earnings is good or the news is good, if the stock doesn't react to that news, it doesn't really matter. Okay. So it's really important how the stock reacts to the news. So in this case, finally, after about, I don't know, what was that, 30 minutes, the stock reacted. I'm sure people finally started seeing it. They started buying into it. And it made this really nice spike. I love trading stocks with news. So hopefully today it can have another push with this news from yesterday. Hopefully more people have seen the news. Hopefully some chat rooms have been talking about it. And hopefully we can get some volume. I would like to see us have a nice push to buy into. It did close a little weak, so obviously morning panics are what I look for to buy into. But if it can consolidate and push past this 38 level, I will be a buyer at that point. Then IQST, this will be the last one for the day. What day is today? Today's 18th. Yesterday they had some news as well. I think they cleared up some debt. All debt in form. Let's pull up this news wire. What do we got? Okay, so basically they're debt free. That's great. Good for them. So that news obviously sent the stock going higher. Consolidated and had a nice little push. So again, another stock with news, which I like to trade. I will be looking to buy a panic dip buy on this in the morning. In the afternoon, I will kind of sit on the sidelines and wait for some consolidation to occur, kind of like how the BTCS, BTSC charts look, and then buy at the break of that consolidation. And this was a big green day yesterday on the yearly chart. So I will definitely be looking to play this again, see if we can have another green day today. Let's look at the 5-day, 15-minute real quick. Okay, and then let's look at the 4-year chart. All right, well, so this is one thing to keep in mind too. So this does not have a history of running, right? This chart is disgusting. So with that being said, yeah, it's got a history of a lot of one and dones here. So that being said, this is why you have to look at that yearly chart, because I don't know how well today will actually hold up, because it does have these big panic one and dones. It did have a run back here, and it actually had some good volume. So that is what I'd be comparing it to. Would be this range right here from February 20th to the 24th. So that ran for 4 days. So hopefully it can mirror that. Most recently, it has shown that it can run, so that's good. But I'm going to be a little more cautious just because its long-term history isn't as good. But I will be keeping this for a panic dip I watch, and hopefully get another leg up today. We're in a hot market, so that is helping out with a lot of these plays more so than normal. NXTD is the only listed play I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin. I don't like to play listed stocks. I did trade it really well yesterday. I'll pull it up really quickly here, which surprised me because I haven't been trading listed stocks at all in this market. But I bought right here during this breakout over 2.4, and I think my best sell was at 3. Actually, no, I sold a little bit at 3, and I think I sold the rest at 3.3. were my best sells, which is great. I didn't have as big a size on it because I'm not as comfortable with listed stocks. But, it was a great trade. And, when the pattern shows up, you just got to play it. And that's the thing about being a trader. You don't want to force anything. You want to wait for the pattern to come to you, wait for the setups to show themselves to you. And once the setups show themselves and they're obvious, that's where you want to make the trade. Gives you good risk reward, keeps your emotions out of it, and you just continue to profit out the market. So I hope you guys found some value from this. As always, I have a mentorship session here in about an hour where I'll be going over these plays more in depth, developing trade plans for my mentorship students. So, please, if you're interested in learning more, if you really want to dive into these stocks, join my mentorship program. There's multiple tiers, multiple levels. So if you're on a tight budget, we can work around that. It is a new program. So I am also offering some extra features right now for people in the lower tiers because I have more time. Until the membership tier is still up, I can dedicate more time to some of the other tiers where I normally wouldn't be able to. Because I do need to make sure that my top tier students do get what they're paying for, essentially. So, right now, if you're trying to get in, trying to learn, I would highly recommend you sign up. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not happy with the service, you can get your month back. But you know what? I've been, my students right now have been telling me great things. They've been doing really well. One of them nailed BTSC yesterday. I was so proud of him. So he's doing really well. So there's a lot of people making money right now, and this is a hot market. This is the time to learn because when the market slows down, which it inevitably will, you will not have as many opportunities to learn from. And that's the thing to take away. Even if you're not making money in this market right now, there are so many places to watch, to learn, and to become a better trader from. So when you hit these slow markets, you can actually play the 1 or 2 opportunities that might come a week. Because that's normally what used to happen. Back in 2018, you might get a couple plays a week, like good A++ plays. Now you're getting them every day. So it's really good to learn. So please don't sleep on the opportunity. Message me if you have any questions, and have a great day, guys. Peace.